the feds involved. He called it a rampage of violence, ordering a federal law enforcement surge to the Windy City in particular. Portland, Oregon Mayor Ted Wheeler joining crowds last night in that Oregon city where protests for racial and social justice have been going for over 50 days straight. Wheeler, who is also the city's police commissioner, was at times confronted and booed by the crowd. This is USA Radio News.
This is good news, maybe exactly when you need it to. Right now, MediShare is waiving their new member fees. This could save you money on top of all that you'll save each month by becoming a member of MediShare. So many people are looking for a healthcare solution right now, seeing the cost of COBRA plans, for instance. And MediShare is the affordable alternative to health insurance. The typical family saves $500 a month, but you might save even more. MediShare is a Christian community that shares each other's healthcare costs, and because of the current economic situation, they're making it easier than ever. Apply by July 31st, and you'll save an additional $170 on your first month. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to receive your additional savings. Maybe now is the time to make the switch, like more than 400,000 people already have, and start saving. Here it is. Call 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
U.S. Senate Republicans are expected to reveal...
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
It's time for Farm and Ranch headlines on the Southeast AgNet. I'm Tyron Spearman reporting. Each month, USDA issues a crop production and stocks and processing for peanuts. A few changes were noted from the last report. Supply now is forecast at 2,945,000 tons. That's up 7% from last year. Planted acres intentions is up 6% to 1,514,000 acres. That's the first estimate. Average yield now has dropped down 1.3% to 3,999 pounds per acre. Farmers should receive in that area of 20.4 cents per pound. That's only $408 per ton. The chart also showed that domestic usage is up 2.5% for the year, but right now it's running 3.7% up. They predicted exports to be down 20%. Actually, they're up 40.2%. If that export disappearance were corrected, there will be a short supply of peanuts going into next year.
Welcome to the All In for Citrus podcast. There's a new resource available that brings all of Florida's citrus research together, delivering it right to you on your computer, phone, or tablet. Introducing the All In for Citrus podcast from UF IFAS in partnership with Southeast AgNet. The monthly series spans the Sunshine State with research project updates from the UF IFAS statewide citrus team. Listen to the latest episode by searching All In for Citrus on iTunes, your favorite podcasting application, or at citrusindustry.net.
For generations, we've worked the land. We've faced hardships and uncertainty before, but you can depend on Florida's farmers. We will continue to rise before dawn and harvest our crops, ensuring that Florida-grown fruits and vegetables are in your stores and that your family is fed. We are providers for our families and yours. We're Florida's farmers, and we're in this together.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
Periods of clouds and sunshine today with a shower or a thunderstorm around this afternoon, high 90 to 93. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 77. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a thunderstorm, high 91 to 93. Saturday, some sunshine with a thunderstorm possible, high 90 to 93. Sunday, sunny much of the time with a thunderstorm around, high 90 to 92. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Ryan May.
WOCA.
Ocala.
Welcome back. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, 5 minutes past the top of the 9 o'clock hour here on this Thursday, as we do bring you here on Thursdays Veterans News, as we got Hank and Gary on the phone. Good morning, gentlemen. How you doing today?
We're here. We have Joyce Rose with us this morning. She's going to talk a little bit about VFWs and American Legion, a few other things. Hey, we're glad to be here. Is Joe in the studio this morning?
He is not. Just myself this morning.
It'll be a good day today.
I'm sure he's listening. I'm sure he's listening, though. He heard that.
Well, he doesn't hear very well anymore either, but
No calling.
anyhow, we're here. We do, again, we have casualties, unfortunately, and a lot of them, the firefighters and police officers died from the virus. Their exposure to the virus, obviously doing their jobs, and died. I think there's 3 or 4 of them, Gary, that passed on from the virus.
There is. And we'll start as usual with the fire administration. We have firefighter Justin Robinson, whose end of watch was July the 14th. He died while at a crash site. He was with the Haralson County Fire Department in Buchanan, Georgia. And we have firefighter medic Jason Cuffey, whose end of watch was Sunday. He was also found unresponsive at a fire, and he was with the Charleston Fire Department in Charleston, West Virginia. And we have Captain Leroy Luco, whose end of watch was July the 20th. Captain Luco was a victim of COVID-19, and he was with the Houston Fire Department in Houston, Texas. Moving to the law enforcement, we have Deputy Sheriff Stephen Allen Minor, whose end of watch was June 24th. He was with the Rockdale County Sheriff's Office in Georgia. He was also a victim of the COVID-19 while on duty. And we have Parole Officer 4th Class Joseph William Lang, who was with the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Parole Division. His end of watch was July the 1st, and he was also a victim of COVID-19, which he contracted while performing his supervision duties. And we have Director N. Kyle Coleman, whose end of watch was July the 14th. He is the Bexar County Fire Marshal in Bexar County, Texas. His end of watch was July the 14th, and he was also a victim of COVID-19, which he contracted while performing his duties as a fire inspector. Our thoughts and our prayers go out.
I have one more local young man, Justin Sutton. And probably a lot of folks knew Justin because he was a local fireman, and then left here and went off to become a lieutenant in a small town in Alabama, lieutenant on the fire services. He passed away at age 41 just a few days ago. Kind of sad because he overcame a lot of obstacles in his life, health issues and other things, and died suddenly just the other day. A lot of folks in town knew him because he served on the Marion County Fire Department. Good kid. And he died also. So I think that completes our list this morning. Joyce, you don't have anybody, do you?
No, I don't.
Occasionally we know people locally that we want to mention, and that young man was one of them.
And our thoughts and our prayers go out to the families of these firefighters and these law enforcement officers. Adam, if you could do the Amazing Grace and taps for us.
Grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now
Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it. Remember, all those young men and women died in the line of duty. They died as a result of doing their job, or in some cases, again, some of them were shot, some of them were run over by cars. And anyway, we'd like to remember them every week. We try to do that. Thankfully, there are no military casualties this week, but we still have troops in harm's way in a lot of places around the world. So as long as that continues, as long as firefighters and police officers and parole officers and others give their life serving their fellow man and doing their jobs, we'll continue to mention them. Joyce.
We just wanted to talk a little bit about the VFW and how much they're hurting due to this coronavirus. They can't serve alcohol, so the veterans can't go in and relax and enjoy, but we do need to stay alive. And in doing so, we're going to continue to have dine-in and take-out fish dinners on Friday with no alcohol. We have bingo on Tuesday in Candler. It starts at 5 o'clock, 50% capacity, and you must wear a mask. That's all we can really do. We're trying to build up membership, which is another way of making some money. Membership for the VFW is $40 to join, and then you can always get life membership, which is based on your age. We also house the AMVETS Post 10 in Candler, and you can join that as any military AMVET. And then we have the auxiliary, which is now men and women, because we did away with the men's auxiliary. It's men and women in one auxiliary, and those dues go for a life membership according to age, or $22 a year. So we're trying to build up membership at least. So anybody that can help or want to join us, please do.
So how do they get a hold of you guys if they want to ask questions about what it requires? Because there are some requirements.
Right. Because of the minimal people not being there because they're not open, you can always call us. So let me see, it's in my memory bank.
The back of your head.
It's there.
Yeah.
687. I'm lying.
Well, why don't you think about it for a minute? Cause
Yeah,
we can cover for you, Joyce. Like we cover for Adam all the time.
Okay.
So,
Joyce, while you're at it, 284.
Post 284 hasn't been open at all. They're running minimal meetings, and that's only very spacious and with a mask. But there's no bingo because they wouldn't be able to make the money that they usually make at 50%. They wouldn't be able to keep all the lights on and everything. So they're not playing bingo, they're not doing anything at 284 except meetings and helping veterans as they can.
So all the income has been affected, so that affects who you can help out and how many people you can help out as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That
sort of like
phone
us,
number,
you know. Yeah.
That phone number is 687-4493.
There you go.
You knew I could.
You knew you'd come to it sooner or later, yeah. Congratulations. You had that tattooed someplace.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of embarrassing where the tattoo was, but anyway, so and I think that's happening across the board. A lot of veterans are looking for assistance, but remember that you can't help unless you bring income in. That certainly has hit up. We've lost 5 fundraising events that we were supposed to do, but because of the virus, they were all canceled out. And in the VFW and American Legion's case, they have the same problem. So if you don't generate income, you can't help the people out that are in need. And I'm sure that's true of a lot of charities and Veterans Post, and in general, when people are out of work as well, they don't give donations like they used to. And that's still affecting a lot of people. So
anybody that can give, it's not going to kill them, can give to anybody.
So you belong to, is it 2 posts?
I belong to VFW and American Legion.
And the one in the VFW is in Candler. How far is that's by Lake Weir High School, isn't it?
Yes, well
just past it.
Past Lake Weir High School.
And then American Legion Post 284 in Bellevue, which is really one of what used to be and probably still is one of the most active American Legions.
Other than Lady Lake.
Other than Lady Lake, which is a huge post, but
it's the largest in the world.
But again, we're about what's the address in Bellevue for the American Legion?
I do, but it's on a piece of paper.
It's on another piece of paper that you don't have with you. Okay. And then Gary is also a member of the American Legion here in town. Where do you meet now, Gary?
We meet at Jarvie Gant Park. It's almost directly next to the health department, so actually you could park in the health department parking lot and just walk through that to the little building. But
not during business hours, though.
Not during business hours. No, definitely not. You don't want to go over there. There are probably lines.
Well, there are lines over there. I know some
testing
people took a test, so there were lines for the virus. You don't want to do it then. But when do you guys meet?
We meet the first Tuesday of every month. And if you want some information on it, you could just call us here at Vets Helping Vets and leave a message for me, and I'll call you back. Our number here is 352-433-2320. And, these legions and VFWs, at a lot of times, when somebody comes to us, and Hank, you can verify it, you've been doing it a lot longer than I have, and we don't have all the funds to cover, or it might be something we're unable to do. A lot of times the American Legion or the VFW pitches in, and comes to our aid, not so much our aid, but actually to the aid of the veteran that we're going to help. And, this is, this is a good time, and if you don't join and they don't have funds and you don't go to their bingos and their fish fries and stuff like that, and they don't make any money, and then they can't, help any veterans either. So, just because of this virus, that doesn't stop you from writing a check either, right, Hank?
Oh, you can write a check. Although Adam's probably got arthritis. You can't write checks, can you, Adam?
I'm in the generation where checks are not needed, just to do the phone apps, donations like that. But nonetheless, we can write a check. Yeah.
We accept money from employees of WOCA as well, so you might pass that on to your boss, Joe.
Will do.
Anyway, listen, we're just, I know you got to take a break. We'll come back, talk a little bit more about other things, and take your break, sell some product. Let's keep on the air for a little while longer.
Sounds good, gentlemen. WOCA, the Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. We will be back right after this.
WOCA.
There's a staycation right here in town. It's Super 8 Motel Ocala, right down the road on 40, just west of I-75. And they're pet friendly. Have truck parking, free breakfast, a swimming pool, a kiddie pool, and veterans get 10% off. It's a staycation at Super 8 Ocala. Call today, Super 8 Ocala, at 352-629-8794. Again, 352-629-8794.
Sure, the weather is warm, but citrus trees love these summer days. So now's a wonderful time to get that citrus tree for your yard. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens has dozens of citrus trees, many bearing fruit right now, starting at just $59.99. Take your pick. There's orange, tangerine, tangelo, lemon, lime, grapefruit, lots of exotics. Still just $59.99 at Bob Wine. Yes, they still have crepe myrtles starting as low as $4.99, going all the way up to the huge number 20 size, priced at $299. Buy one, get one free, delivered, planted, and guaranteed. Another big favorite, frost-proof gardenia. They're gorgeous, not $8.99, just $4.99. Hurry on out to Bob Wines on Southeast 38th Street daily till 4:30, away from all the traffic, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen again to tell you about what's hot and what's not. Dairy Queen has some of the best char-grilled chicken breasts on earth, as well as their chicken breast salad. And the burgers are exceptional, cooked on a real grill for the best flavor and less fat. And for dessert, blizzards are unequaled. Personally, banana split is my all-time favorite. Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
WOCA, putting the local back into radio.
And welcome back. You're listening to AIM Ocala Live with more Veterans News right here with Hank and Gary. Take it away, gentlemen.
Yeah, Adam, we just want everybody to know that, we are remaining open through this situation 4 days a week. And I want to go through the hours that there's somebody at the window up there, because I know a lot of people, we tell them to call and we'll get back, but that a lot of people want face-to-face. So Monday and Wednesday, there's somebody at the front window from 8 until 12, and we can link you up with somebody to do social services. Tuesday and Thursdays are our days where we primarily concentrate on the food pantry, and we have somebody at the window between the hours of 8 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. Now, if you're a client of ours, we already have a file, that's usually not a problem. If you are not a client, and especially if you need financial assistance, we do have to build a file, and of course that means that we require certain documentation from those coming in. If you don't have everything, of course we give you time to get it, and we're glad to work with you. But everybody that's a veteran knows you got to have a copy of that DD-214. So that's something that we definitely require. We also require a state ID so that we can verify who you are. If you're enrolled in the Veterans Healthcare System, we take a photocopy of your ID for that, and the reason we do that is because a lot of times, you might not know it, but you might be available for HUD-VASH or something else that we could refer you to. And also, if we're going to give you financial assistance, because of the programs that we're involved in, we have to have 2 months of current bank statement. So, if you could bring this in ahead of time, it saves a lot of time. And, if we can help you, we'll gladly do it. We don't want anybody to be in need if that we have the ability to help and not be able to help them. So help us a little bit when you come in, and don't forget to bring this stuff in with you if you possibly can. Now, we do have one social worker currently, but hopefully, Hank, weren't we told within the next couple of weeks or so that our entire staff might be back?
Well, they're hoping they can get them back. Yeah, there's that program that most of them work under are supposed to be, they're supposed to be coming back, let's put it that way. But, it goes a little beyond what, it's not, people don't either donate money to us or we write grants. And when you do that, you're responsible for the money that people donate, and you're responsible for the folks you wrote grants to spend the money in which the way you said you were going to spend it. So, that's why we ask for verification. Either the grant has specific requirements, or the people who are donating their money want to make damn sure that we're spending the money appropriately, and we do. So, we need your 214. And the older veterans, if you have a discharge, we need that sort of information. No one's looking for personal information from you. We just need a verification. And then we're looking for a verification that you're not making $100,000 or $200,000 a year and coming into us to help pay your rent. That's not going to happen, And we were talking about a case this morning, and the buck stops with me, and so the social workers and Gary have some responsibilities. They can do some things for you, but in terms of writing checks, they've got to come to me and ask me and justify why I need to write that check for that individual to pay a bill. I don't write it to individuals. I write it to the electric company, or to a landlord, or to some other thing, a third party, because we don't give money directly to individuals, other than maybe a little gas money or something like that occasionally. I'm not an easy sell. Okay, so I want to make sure that the people we're helping deserving. It's not to be mean. It's just that there are people out there committing fraud and aren't completely honest with you from time to time. So I want to know everybody who does donate that I take that seriously, and I watch how we spend the dollars. So that's sometimes you got to talk. We had a couple of cases this week that I was real suspicious of. Someone wanted to, they didn't want us to pay a bill. They wanted money. It doesn't work that way. I'll pay a third party. I'll pay, we can pay your utility bill. We can talk to your landlord, see if we can help you out there. We can do lots of things, but I'm not going to sit in here and write you a check personally, so God knows what you do with the money. It's not going to happen. And if you're in the military, you were in the military, you understand that. You also understand the chain of command, that sometimes the social worker, case manager, doesn't have the authority. They can look at you, they make recommendations to Gary, and then Gary, the case manager, makes recommendations to me. And, we'll see where it goes from there. But we are anxious to help you. We'll work with you. We'll give you some time to get that paperwork that we require. But it is necessary. We got to dot all the I's and cross all the T's.
And we do help a lot of people. So if you need the help, and come in and see us, we're here for you. If you are somebody that doesn't need help, but like Hank says, wants to donate, one thing we can guarantee, we are good stewards of the money that you entrust us with to help these veterans. We don't spend it frivolously. And we do everything possible to keep the costs down here in the office to between 10 and 15%. I had a gentleman yesterday that just walked in and, donated $10 in cash. And, people question, well, what are you going to do with it? And I'm glad, honestly, that I could literally show them. And, if normally when we don't have the COVID thing going around, almost anybody that comes to the window, if they've never been in this wonderful facility we have, we can give them a tour. But due to the COVID, we've got to be a little bit more restrictive on that. But this too is going to pass. And if you're a veteran in Marion County, especially a new veteran, that might be something you want to plan. Come and see this resource center, because even though we have the privilege of working here and being here every day, it's your resource center too. And we want all the veterans to know what's available. And if you're asked, we're located at 2730 East Silver Springs Boulevard in this beautiful city of Ocala. We're in suite number 200, and right across the hall they have the Veteran Service Office. We have several other agencies in here that can help you with mortgages, and they can help you with insurance. We have chaplains available. Just about anything you can imagine is truly a one-stop source. And there's nothing like it in the state. There might not be nothing like it in the country, Hank. I don't know.
Well, I think a few places are doing something similar. But there are other agencies here that can help you out. Of course, again, with the virus, some of the agencies have irregular hours. But we can get the information to them, and that's the whole idea of the building, the whole idea of having multiple agencies in one spot. And the VA does come over here with their social workers on a schedule. And we have people who can help you remodel your bathrooms if you're a handicapped veteran. So it's a whole lot of services. Home loan. Oh, absolutely, home loans. We got
jobs.
We got Jinky over here for Caliber Home Loans. They're very good at what they do. And and jobs. So again, give us a call. Come on in. Bring your 214. Wear a mask. If you don't have a mask, we will give you a mask. I only had one person so far that refused to wear a mask, and if you don't wear a mask, you have no services. Okay, it's that simple. So it's like going into combat without your rifle. No. Okay. Listen, we got to go. I want to tell you, we always appreciate your service. Thank you for your service. And every week, and for as long as I'm here, I'll continue saying, God bless America, everybody.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
President Trump deploying federal agents